Hello, people. It is Tuesday, the 8th of October. I have so much information to share with you. Several weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, went and met my oncologist for the first time. She ordered a lot of tests. There have been some mishaps with getting my PET scan. The very first time I went, they did not have me on the schedule, even though the computer in my doctor's office said I was on the schedule. So that didn't happen, which was great because I had to drink the barium enema and didn't get the test done. Real fun. So we rescheduled that, and then it didn't get done for some other reason. I don't remember what happened, but they rescheduled it. And finally, I got it done last week on Friday. So here are the tests that I've had done in the past 2 weeks. I have had a mammogram, a bone scan, an echocardiogram, and a 24-hour urine test to check for protein in my urine, and then a second echocardiogram called a transesophageal electrocardiogram, or echocardiogram. And so let me go run through that list and tell you what all the results are. My mammogram was fine. There was nothing in my breast tissue showing any cancer. My bone density scan showed that my bones are actually stronger now than they were 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when I had my last scan done at the onset of my metastatic breast cancer. That's good. If you've been following me for the past few weeks, you've heard me discuss that the initial electrocardiogram or echocardiogram showed a spot in my right aorta, which brought them to having the second one, and that one confirmed there was a spot. It is not in my aorta. It is on the outside, floating randomly, freely, like a little cauliflower there. It is about the size of my thumbnail. Yesterday, I met with my oncologist, who is still out sick, her partner, and he went over all of the results of all of my tests, talked to me. You know, he was fully familiar with my file and my case history, knew it inside and out. Went over all of that with me, and it is good news and not so good news. The not so good news, this little thing that is on the outside of my heart is completely non-heart related. It is a metastasis of my breast cancer to my heart organ. So that is not good. Also, on my PET scan, this little area, which is called my upper chest wall, has had cancer or thickening in the area from cancer cells in the past. So the two areas that I do have cancer are here, which was a primary area before, and my heart. Now my hips, they may be sore and achy, but that's from little microfractures that I've had caused from the cancer tumors in the past. There's no active tumors in my pelvis area or in my arm. Now my lungs do have a lot of fluid in them. They did glow on the PET scan, but they're not considering me to have any active cancer there. I just have fluid buildup because it's kind of a damaged area. That little area, that skin that adheres to your lungs, has bubbled out, and it just keeps filling with fluid. So it is greater now than it has been in the past, and on both sides, my lower lobe of both sides is filled with fluid. So what do we do now, you may ask? If you've been following me for any length of time, may know this, and if you haven't, I will just backtrack a tiny bit and tell you that I've been on Avastin and Taxol for 2 years and 7 months. And in the recent move, making the move from Texas to Tennessee, I have had to reestablish with a new oncologist, and during that time was not receiving any treatment. So it'll be 6 weeks next week on Wednesday since I have had my last treatment. Hey, wait, that's tomorrow, Wednesday, since I have had my last chemotherapy treatment. And in that 6 weeks' time, that's all my body needed to grow a new tumor on my heart. The Avastin and Taxol combo has caused me to have high blood pressure, which now I take 2 medications for twice a day. It has caused me to have protein spill into my urine, which is causing kidney damage. And the blood pressure medication, as well as the Taxol and Avastin, is causing neuropathy in my hands and my feet. So I drop things a lot, have numbness, can't, grip zippers or buttons. That's fun. So what do we do with all of that information, knowing all of the things that after being on the Taxol and Avastin for 2 years and 7 months, I'm having all these issues? And they've been kind of prolonged, but you have to weigh whether or not you should stop giving the drug, or is the drug still being beneficial despite the problems it's causing. And we're at the point where it's causing more problems than benefit, so we're changing chemo drugs. I'll begin taking a drug series called Zoleta, and it does not begin with a Z, it's Xoleda. So I will begin taking that as soon as my mail order pharmacy can get its act together and mail that to me. That has just been called in, so maybe a couple of days before I receive it, but I'll be taking 3 of the tablets in the morning within a half hour of eating a meal, and then 3 of the tablets in the evening within a half hour of eating my evening meal. Well, the good news about this regime is I won't have any of the side effects that I've had to deal with the Avastin and Taxol: neuropathy, the swelling, edema, hair loss. I won't have, what little I have will not be falling out. And since I have like 10 eyelashes on each eye now, I'm pretty excited they're not going to fall out. So yeah, I will not be losing my hair. The swelling and edema that I still do have, that's a hangover from having had that into my system for 2.5 years, will slowly start to go away. But there's a whole new host of side effects. Nausea, as always, with any chemo drug that you're on, is a side effect. Headaches, sleeplessness, sleepiness, dizziness, fatigue, chemo fog, confusion, blurred vision. Those are all like standard across the board chemo drug effects. But with this one, the ones that they are the most concerned about are mouth sores, hand and foot syndrome, which is like this really horrible, rashy, blistery redness that you will get on the palms of your hand and your feet, and fevers. So those are the things that I'll be vigilant about not getting, and if I do get them, then the doctors will adjust my medicine accordingly to decrease it and decrease the amount of side effects. So, am I happy? I am a woman who lives with metastatic breast cancer. It is a part of my life and will be part of my life for the rest of my life. I am very hopeful and enthusiastic that my life will be longer than the national average and what the statistics tell me I have to expect. I am a human being. I am a woman. I am a mom. I am a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. And the numbers that they tell me will affect my life mean nothing to me. So I am happy that I have insurance, that I have a husband who works his fingers to the bone to make sure he can provide that insurance for him and I, because in addition to what I have, he works like a madman every day, despite the fact that he has chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Really, really knocks himself out to provide well and take care of me and our children and our furry children too. Yes, I am happy. I am happy that I can receive his treatment, that I can afford to pay for it because of my husband, that I live in a country where I have like 10 to 12 more medications to run through before my options are limited. And since the last medications that I was on, I was able to be on for 2.5 years, I'm hopeful that each of the next 10 medications will last just as long, if not longer. And, if that's 10 drugs at 2 years for each drug, that is another 20 years. And in the meantime, maybe they'll come up with newer, better therapies. So I'm hopeful and I'm happy. And I really am loving my life here in Tennessee. Come here and say hi to the people, Sadie. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hello to the people. Hello. I'm happy too, because dachshunds can live as long as 20 years, and our last dachshund lived to be 17. So I want to be around for all life. So say hello to the people. Hello, people. Thank you so much for watching my videos here on Leslie's Cancer Confessions. Please feel free to like it, follow it, or subscribe. And if you know anyone who you think can benefit from the information on my videos, share it. You have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, people.